So here we are for our first day in Destin.
Yes.
We'll be here for a week, and we're really not sure what to do here. Being winter, there's actually quite a few things that are closed or whatever, but also it's a kind of a beautiful day right now in the sun, but it's only about 60 degrees, so but anyway, I'm not sure what to do. But you know, I realize that the point of being here for a week is not the things that we're going to do. It's the things that we're not going to do.
That's right.
We're going to do nothing for a week. So this video will be us doing nothing for a week.
That sounds exciting, huh?
Yeah. So this morning we just went to Winn-Dixie, where we just need to pick up a few things, and we'll see what we can not do. Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth. Live simple,
live free. And here we are living free on the beach in Destin, Florida, doing absolutely nothing.
A break like this really is wonderful.
Yeah, you know, I don't think you guys probably realize how much I work. And she's always telling me I need to slow down. You know, I'm 66 years old when most people slow down, and I am actually kind of ramping up. My entrepreneurial spirit is getting stronger, and I'm always doing stuff.
Yep.
And not only am I always doing those projects around the house, but I don't want to do anymore.
We're almost done.
But you know, we do 3 videos a week. I do many Zoom trainings a week with Thrive Life, with my consultants, with customers. Several of those I lead, several of them I participate in. And I'm also running another business that I haven't really talked to you guys about, and I'm constantly working.
He is.
So one thing, and here in Destin for a week, obviously we're still doing videos, but I have determined that I'm going to take most of the week and really truly do a vacation. I'm not involved in the Zoom calls and many different things. So I'm just going to breathe. I'm just going to do nothing.
Sounds good to me, hon. That's about time to have some real vacation time. Yeah, I think people often think we're full-fledged retired, but we really aren't.
I'm full-fledged, still working 60 hours a week.
and you know, not only just whatever I'm doing like around the house and all that kind of stuff, but it takes me at least 9 to 10 hours, which I don't begrudge at all. I love it, being able to do a tea with Jesus. And you know, we're always working on trying to get the next video together, which is important. And I just, you know, life still goes on. You still got laundry and cleaning and just basic life and involvement in church, and so it's a good life. I cannot complain. I'm so grateful. But being at this beautiful place right now and having a week where we just can rest, you know, he's 66 and I'm 67, and it actually feels pretty good. I got my croc kicked off and my toes in the sand, and what a beautiful time to be here. It's kind of cool and sunny, and there's like 3 people on the beach with us. This is wow.
You know what cracks me up sometimes is watching Floridians in the winter.
Oh, was that when I lived in Phoenix when I was younger?
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful day. I'm just wearing a light flannel shirt, and I'm almost ready to take it off. Bright sunshine, no wind, beautiful day, upper 60s. And we went to the Winn-Dixie that we showed you earlier, and I walked in, and there was a woman who was a cashier inside the building, and she was wearing, honest to goodness, a full heavy winter coat with a hood, and she had the hood up, and it absolutely cracked me up. Coming from the north, this is beautiful weather, but coming from I hear Floridians talking all the time about the cold, and they go and put on heavy coats when I'm still in my t-shirt.
It was that way when we lived in Phoenix, because by the time it became quote winter, which it hardly was, we'd be wearing jackets and all sorts of stuff. People come down there for vacationing and,
Yeah.
and kind of chuckle at us, but it's always relative to what you're used to. It really is.
Now there are a few other people on the beach here. We're not alone, but they're all dressed about like us with just light sweatshirts or something, and
Probably snowbirds.
they're all just soaking in the sun.
Yes. I know, it was so cute when we ran across those people when I got into the Ponce de Leon spring, because I went walking by, obviously in some kind of swim gear, and they said, "You're not getting in that water, are you?" And I said, "Yep, I am." That's where later on when they walked by, I said, "Told you guys I was going to get in the water," because people just think it's nuts, when they live down here. Well, it's kind of nuts anyway, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if I could still keep my balance as well as I used to, I'd be out in the waves. I used to play in great big waves and just laugh my head off, but I tip over too easy now,
Yeah.
so I just have to enjoy them. At some point, it's going to get me. Oh, I love the smell of it. I can feel the sand pushing out from under my toes. Woohoo!
Now this is the Gulf of Mexico, so it doesn't have big waves like the Atlantic does, unless there's a storm out there.
Yeah.
But mostly it's just little ripples, which actually makes it better for swimming unless you're surfing.
Yeah. Yes, it's just very pleasant.
But here on what's called the Emerald Coast, the beaches are beautiful white sand.
Oh yes, yeah. Destin's famous for this gorgeous powdery white sand.
Yeah.
It reminds me of San Diego. Yep.
So, of course, I got to get a t-shirt. I wanted to get one last time we were here and I didn't. This will not be to wear in Florida. This will be to take to Virginia and wear during the summer when we're up there. Very simple.
Well, we have been usually eating very good in our room, cooking and eating, but tonight we decided to try to find like a Mexican restaurant. So we searched and we found one, and oh my goodness, we also found this amazing place. This is called Destin Commons, and it's all decked out for Christmas, and I am in seventh heaven. Right here we have a Bass Pro Shop, and there's the El Jalisco. That's where we just had some good Mexican. And there's just all these little shops and everything's decorated for Christmas. I love it, I love it. It's beautiful. It just rings all my Christmas bells. Look down there, it's a great big lit up Christmas tree. We're gonna go see it. Woo! And there's Christmas music.
Oh look, they even have a health food store.
Shining star upon the highest bar.
Christmas trees and palm trees. To this northern boy, that just seems really bizarre. It's on. Pretty unique. There's netting all around this thing, so it's very safe, even though it goes quite high. Never seen anything quite like that before.
That is really cool.
Are you feeling all Christmassy now?
I am feeling Christmassy. Yep.
So we wanted to check out this Henderson Beach State Park. One of the things that I was looking at when we were looking for a place for to possibly have our meetup, I was looking at this actually a year ago, and I saw on the website that they had pavilions, but I didn't know what they looked like. So now that we're here in Destin, we thought we'd come down and check these out. And this is only a couple of miles from where we're actually staying at the Army Rec Center. We love it here. There's this big pavilion here that's got restrooms. There's another pavilion that way, and there's another pavilion over there. So I'm thinking this would be a great place for our meetup in 2025. And then you can see that it's right near the ocean, or right near the Gulf, and you can see the beach right here, which is very, very nice. Now this for us is just a scouting trip. We just wanted to see if this was going to be possible or not. I think it is. We really like it. This is not for this year. This year our meetup is February 18th at Cold Creek State Park down near Orlando. If we do one this year, or at this place, Henderson Beach State Park, it'll be for next year, the winter of 24-25. Whether it will be, you know, end of 24 or beginning of 25, I don't know. But so don't plan on it because we haven't made that announcement yet.
Yes. But we do like this place a lot. It would be lovely.
Yeah, they also have a campground here, which surprised me. It's a state park right on the beach on the Emerald Coast with a campground and lots of pavilions. Sounds good to me.
It's beautiful.
But we'll let you know.
Oh yeah, as soon as we know.
Next year.
Yes.
So let me know what you think. Would Destin be a good place for a meetup a year from now? It's a lot further from, Florida proper. It's 6 hours from Orlando, so people in southern Florida would have a much longer drive to get here. But it's much further west. It would give easier access from anybody in Alabama, Mississippi, who knows, maybe even Texas. It's only about 8 hours from Houston to here. So let me know what you think, if this would be a good place for everybody to meet.
Even though the pool's so crowded, I'll still enjoy it. Oh, beautiful.
It has been beautiful weather all week, but the highs have only been in the low 60s. A little bit too cold even for Alusa fish to swim. But today is the first day. It's 72 right now, and this water is really quite warm, so she's loving it.
Yep.
And that's the bay right on the other side of the fence. So for us to get a house here in Florida for the winter has been a really good move. Of course, it was a financial investment. We were looking to invest in real estate anyway, so we did it here in Florida. But it's been a really good move, basically because of her health. And in North Florida, where our house is, it does get cold occasionally. It can even drop below freezing occasionally. But the difference is, up home in Virginia or Pennsylvania, it can get down near zero, and in Florida, when it gets cold, it might drop to 29.
Right. I mean, I think last Christmas it actually got down to 20, but that was really unusual.
And also up north, when it gets cold like that, it stays that way. Down here in Florida, when it gets cold that way, 2 or 3 days later, it's back up to 70 again.
Yeah.
So anyway, about a week and a half ago, something like that,
yeah.
it dropped down to 33 degrees at night. and she just went outside in the cold 33 just for a minute to get something out of the car or something.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I think I had gone to check on the mail. It was amazing to me how quickly, and even though I was staying very calm and everything, how quickly I was really having trouble breathing. It is sometimes hard for me to be away from our kids and grandkids. It really is. But I tell you, when I came back in, and it took me quite a while to start getting any kind of a good breath again, it really reinforced to me why I'm being careful to not be in the cold all winter long. I would literally be trapped in the house, and you know, I'm gonna have to be careful when we go back for Christmas. But that's just for a short while, and we really are looking forward to it. But it just opened my eyes on how much trouble I have breathing when the air gets down. I mean, if it's 50 degrees, it can be chilly, but it's when it starts getting down close to freezing, I really have trouble.
For those of you who aren't aware of it, she's got interstitial lung disease, which is really affecting her lungs.
Yep.
And so when she came back in from that cold, she was gasping for breath, and it took her about 15 minutes to recover.
Oh, I think it was longer than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
So we're very glad that we are now spending winters down here. But for this trip, we have been in Destin now for almost a week. We're about ready to go home again, back to our house in Florida.
Yeah, we have a couple more days here.
And you know, ever since we've been married, every time we start to get near the ocean, she always talks about, "Oh, can you smell the salt air? It smells so good." And I'm like, "No, I don't smell anything."
He doesn't smell it. I do, boy.
She gets out on the beach and she just goes, "Oh, I can breathe." And I'm going, "Well, yeah, it's air. Yeah. It doesn't. The ocean doesn't affect me at all." This happened again on this trip. I showed you when she's sitting there reading, and the storm is coming in, and she's dodging the rain squalls. And she's just going, "Oh, I can breathe." She came back from that and she said, "I've done some research, so tell us what you found out."
Yeah, I decided to do a little bit of looking here. I just researched ocean air and breathing, something as simple as that. But the sea is especially beneficial to the respiratory organs and skin, but it can also improve circulation and strengthens the body's defenses. The reason sea air is so healthy is that it contains tiny droplets of seawater enriched with salt, iodine, magnesium, and trace elements which are scattered into the air by the wind and the waves. Known as surf-generated aerosols, these stimulate immune reactions by the skin and respiratory organs. A period of inhalation results in loosening mucus in the respiratory tracts. It helps to clear the airways. And of course, it's also usually extremely clean, which is another good factor. And there was something else that was talking about the ions. I'm going to see if I can get that real quick here. Anyway, it's talking about the fact that the air has negative ions coming off of the ocean. And that's another thing that is really beneficial when you breathe it. So there was stuff here that I looked up that was talking about that there are things that when you're at the ocean between the negative ions and just the salt in the air, and one little article said there's even like healthy microscopic bacteria and the salt and everything on this apparently really good for your lungs.
So even though, every time we get close to the ocean, she starts talking like that, and I think she's crazy. Apparently she's not.
All I know is it has made a big difference when I am down that close to the ocean.
Right.
Just being in the warm air has been helpful, but just getting down by the ocean, I feel it. And I love the smell.
So in our house in Florida, we're not near the ocean, so we came down here, and We've been here now in Destin for a week, just a couple blocks from the ocean, spending a lot of time sitting on the beach. It's been good for us, but I think it's been especially good for you.
Yeah. Oh, I know it has.
Yep.
I even walked up and down the beach by myself for a while today, and it's been raining, so the sand wasn't too slippery and squishy. And as long as I don't push it too hard, I'm really getting around really well. I'm loving that. I'm loving it.
And then of course, there was that Christmas decorated area that we stumbled on. We didn't know it was there.
Man, that was magical.
Yeah, we went back the next day to do some stuff there in the stores, and you know, it wasn't dark and the lights weren't on, and it wasn't quite as magical as it really was at night.
It's quite charming there, very quaint.
Yeah.
But at night, of course, it was just magical. I wish the camera could somehow grab how amazing the environment really was.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think maybe there'll be people that'll be saying, well, why didn't you go ahead and get a place that's really close to the ocean if it's that helpful to you? But we looked and we couldn't afford anything that got anywhere close to actually the beach.
So the place that we're staying, of course, has I showed you at the beginning, has a full kitchen in there. We've only eaten out once.
Just this whole trip, I'm so proud of us.
We had to eat out all the time. The way prices are now, it'd be $40 a night or more every night. So we've been eating, we only ate out once, and the rest of the time we've been cooking, you know, in the room and saving a lot of money that way. So
yeah, the only night we went out was to that Mexican restaurant, and when it was so magic down there.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching us do nothing.
Oh, it's been glorious, wonderful nothing.
So thanks for watching.
Yes, live simple.
Live free. You be blessed.
We love you guys, and of course we'll see you very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.